And we are back with more Mountain Connections on this Tuesday. I recently had an interesting discussion about women in gaming. Video games is traditionally a male-dominated industry, and it still is, but women are moving up in the industry and becoming more a part of it and playing a vital role in it. Let's take a look at this conversation.
Mobile gaming has shot to the top of the video game industry, now representing 60% of the market and growing, while the traditional video games industry still remains a male-dominated category. One of the fastest growing segments in mobile gaming is growth largely being driven by women who love to compete. Joining us with more is Sara Erlandson, four-time Big Buck Hunter world champion, and George Petro, founder of Mechanix. Thank you, both of you, for being here today.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Christine.
So, George, what is behind the trend of women driving mobile gaming's popularity and competition worldwide?
Yeah, so I've been in the video game business for a really long time, basically since the early 1980s. And it's long been assumed and held that if you want to have a successful game, you need to engage not just men, but you have to engage females as well. And with our game Big Buck Hunter, that is something that we found to be true. It was definitely a design goal, but not necessarily easily achieved. And now that we've partnered with Skills, which is a mobile competitive gaming platform, we learned from them that of their 2 billion matches played a year, 60% are played by women. So that's a great big data sort of justification of our long-held belief that you needed to have both men and women involved in your game.
Sara, tell us more about the thriving social community and camaraderie behind the Big Buck Hunter franchise.
Yeah, so what most people might not know is that Big Buck Hunter, there's this amazing close-knit community of players from all over the world, many of whom I've met and competed with in tournaments through the years, and now I consider them to be my friends. Big Buck Hunter was one of the original arcade games out there. And if you visit your local bar or restaurant, you're more than likely to have seen it and grabbed a few friends and played a few rounds. I've owned my bar for the past 12 years, and it has been a must-have game since day one. So a dream come true. Now there's Big Buck Hunter Marksman available on my phone from Skills, where we can practice play and then compete and win world-class prizes every day. It's playing one of my all-time favorite games on Skills has introduced a whole new level of fun. I've been playing it nonstop. It's a fast, easy-to-learn game, and the graphics are beautiful.
George, what makes mobile gaming so appealing, and especially for women right now? How can players compete on mobile gaming platforms?
Yeah, so I think what Sara said is exactly right. It's not just a game, it's a social experience. So Big Buck Hunter, in 2008, we connected all of our arcade cabinets across the country and across the world. And that's what really led to players starting to compete against each other, learn each other's names, who they were. And, we ended up having these tournaments these live events that actually women started showing up to. So we were like really surprised that this was happening. And then now you take Skills in mobile and Big Buck Hunter in Big Buck Hunter Marksman, and all of a sudden you blow that up into a grand scale with mobile. So there's huge accessibility there. And we found right away when we launched Big Buck Hunter just a few days ago, it went right to #1 in the sports category and to number 19 in the overall games category on the App Store.
Which is impressive. Sara, as a new mom, how has gaming impacted your life?
So training to be a Big Buck Hunter world champion requires a bit more time than just casually playing the game. So I was easily practicing 30 to 40 hours a week on top of working full time. But now that I'm just loving being able to play Skills, Big Buck Hunter Marksman on my phone, because I can play anywhere, anytime I want, and I can still compete.
Which is really incredible when you think about it. So how can gamers participate, get involved, and find out more information?
Yeah, so if you want to get the Big Buck Hunter Marksman app or any of the other great Skills apps or apps that support Skills platform, just go to games bigbuckskills.com, and that's skills with a Z. Or if you want to learn more about competing on Big Buck Hunter and the Big Buck Hunter community, just go to bigbuckhunter.com.
Well, thank you so much, both of you, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, George and Sara, talking with you, learning more about women in gaming. And Sara, congratulations. I'm really impressed with all of your accomplishments.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christine.